What's up guys, this is Chris here, and today we're going to be doing another First Shots. Today we're going to be looking at a budget gun. We're going to go with a gun I'm actually kind of excited about. Taurus is a company that makes a lot of budget firearms, and to be honest with you, I'm 50-50 on them. I get some really good ones sometimes, I get some really bad ones sometimes, and it really just depends on what model and maybe sometimes which one you get, but this one I'm pretty excited about. So this is the G3, the new G3, which is the full-size version of the model that I really like. I've done the G3C, the G3, and the G2C, and I've had pretty good luck with these. These are polymer framed. I guess you call them striker fired, although they have double strike capability, like a double action, so I'm not really sure if they're double or striker fired. This one in particular here really excites me because even though the MSRP on this is $500, I've actually found plenty of these for sale for around the $350 mark, certainly sub $400. And for what you get, at least in features, I'm pretty excited. It definitely makes me want to test this out and try it. So let's go through it here. And by the way, I did pick this up, and I didn't get this from Taurus or anything like that. I actually got this for around the $400 price point. So it has threaded barrel up front, which is pretty nice right out of the gate. If you want that, that's certainly added value. We have suppressor height sights, which are steel, which is pretty crazy. We have an optics mounting system that came with 4 plates in the box. Like, you don't have to send it off, you don't have to send an email, you don't have to buy it separate. It came with 4 different optic plates in the box, and they're not plastic, they're actually steel as well, which is pretty crazy. I'm not sure the overall durability of them, but it does make me feel a little more warm and cozy inside knowing that they're steel. We have an FDE coating of some type on the slide with front serrations, rear serrations. We have a full Picatinny rail at the bottom there. We have a trigger safety and pretty decent trigger with that double strike capability. And I like the double strike capability because if you have a light primer strike on a shitty round or something, you can hit it again just like you can with a double action gun like the P07 or something like that. I like that a lot, and I also like it in dry fire practice because you don't have to run the slide, you can just keep running the trigger. You can just over and over again, and that's kind of the benefit you get with a double action gun. Now down here we have an FDE frame as well, which makes it look pretty nice in my opinion, especially for a Taurus. Taurus is kind of stepping up their game a little bit, I've noticed. We saw the Taurus booth at GunCon, and it looked like they had some more executive style stuff there. Even the new Taurus Judge I think I'm going to buy to get on the channel, so if you want to see the new Taurus Judge, let me know in the comments below too. But we have a pretty good aggressive texture on the gun. I would argue that this is really good by comparison to a lot of the guns that you get, especially for the price point, $350 mark. Then we have 2 17-round magazines. Now here's where part of my gripes start. I don't like these sleeves. Smith & Wesson does these things too. I don't see a point to these. If you like them, go ahead. Maybe it gives you a little extra grip. But for me, oftentimes they just go down like that, and maybe I have a problem inserting the mag, or maybe when I insert the mag, it pinches the absolute shit out of my hand. So I don't love those, and I don't love that it comes with those standard. And if it did, I wish they would have connected or clipped in somehow so they don't continue to fall down like this, because even the Smith ones are made better than these. Just is what it is. But it is kind of nice because it does accept the 15-round magazines if you want to go low pro, and then the 17-round magazines as well. So that gives you a little diversity in what magazines you carry, which is pretty cool. Now we're going to be shooting it today with CCI Blazer Brass. I want to thank Manning & Sons for that. We're going to pop a couple hundred rounds through it today. And we did put the Holosun Vulcan ACSS on there, the 507CX2 if you want to know the exact model. It's got the solar panels and it's got the little V on it my wife likes so much, and we'll try to shoot it today. I just didn't have any other optics available, and I wanted to put kind of a budget optic on there because if you consider the fact you get this for $350, let's say you get it for $350 or even under $4, and you can buy maybe a Swamp Fox or a Sig Optic or a Holosun. I mean, you really could get into an optics capable platform for under $500, which is pretty impressive. So if it's reliable and accurate, I would have to say I'm kind of excited about it. Now, one thing you get in with budget guns is you do get a little cheaper quality parts, you do get a little bit more sketchy quality control and things like that, so the likelihood of you getting a lemon goes just a little higher. Now, how is Taurus customer service as far as that goes? I don't really know. I don't have a lot of experience with them. I don't hear great things in the comment section. That being said, I haven't had to deal with them too much myself. This gun is made in Georgia, I believe, or at least it's distributed out of Georgia, and then Taurus comes from from Brazil. We don't have AMB controls, we do have a Glock style takedown, and it looks like a pretty good do-it-all gun. I mean, a 4.5 inch 9mm that's only 25 ounces could be easily carried all day. It could be used as a home defense gun, and it could be used as a concealed carry gun. So let's take it out and we'll shoot it and give you my first impressions. And then, like any other Taurus gun, this will just be the first impressions. Our full review process is 1,000 rounds, and we'll have that out in a few months. But for right now, you get to have the first look, and I'll give you my initial impressions. We'll see how it goes. Before we do that though, I want to thank my page supporters very much. We bought this gun with the Patreon dollars, and we can't thank you enough. If you want to support the channel, that's the best way to do it. Just go to the link in the description and it'll bring you right to it. Also in the description of this video, there is a link to a local shelter in Ames, Iowa. It's the YSS. Those kids could really use your help, so please go down there and donate to those kids. And then finally, we do want to thank the sponsor of this video, Work Holsters. Works Holsters is a company that focuses on creating holsters for your carry gun if you carry a weapon light. With Works Holsters, you can confidently carry your pistol and be ready for anything under any lighting situation. They have over 2,300 variants of holsters, so you can get very specific with your setup. Include code HONESTOUTLAW before you check out for 10% off your order until the end of July. All right, so pop our magazine in here. We'll get our, okay. We'll get our magazine, or we'll get our optics zeroed hopefully, and we'll see how it goes. Getting there. Okay, that's not great. So the trigger is a little difficult to use, but honestly, the V on the Holostun is difficult for me to use, which is why it's my wife's favorite. I prefer a dot, but not too bad. I'll show you the group here. You gotta take my word for it, because there's a lot of holes in here. So this is the one we put down right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, right there. I don't remember if I shot 4 or 5. I shot 5. There's one over there somewhere. But I saw these go in. So we just need to creep her up a little bit and we'll be good. So dueling tree is a little fucked up, but we're about 25 yards on those 6-inch plates there, and we'll just see how we do in accuracy.
Not too bad.
No, I'm getting used to it, getting used to the whole setup, you know?
Yeah, of course.
Ready?
Yep.
All right, so now we'll take this $350 piece and we'll shoot it at 50 yards and we'll see how that goes. I think we're pretty close to zeroed. I feel good. Feel relatively confident. I did. That trigger's rough. I keep snatching that thing right is what's happening. It's not the gun, it's me. That trigger breaks all the way to the rear, and it's kind of difficult for my big long finger to do it.
In dry fire, it felt
weird
spongy.
Too. Yeah, it's spongy. It's not the best trigger, but $350, you're not gonna get a 2011.
Right.
I don't know. A couple of those felt good, like they were on target. That's on the target. I don't know what's happening.
High?
That's exactly what's happening. lucky number 7. We got 7 rounds left, and hopefully we can do something at 100. We'll see. Shit. Well, we got 4 in a row and then missed 3 in a row. I don't know, it's kind of wishy-washy. I'm not sure what's happening. Beep. Shit, fucked up the reload.
Those sleeves were, blame the sleeves.
That sucked. Not great.
What is the time?
It won't hip fire though.
Uh-oh. Don't try hip firing, guys.
That was a shit show. Needs a little more forward pressure.
You are on, you sexy, sexy dude.
I'm hot too, I'm sweaty as,
yeah, you are.
Sweaty as you can get, really. So, how did this perform today so far? Well, we had one failure right at the end there, but that was me shooting from the hip with one hand, and I don't think I was engaged in enough wrist because my wrist was getting sore already, and I did try to shoot it with one hand, and that is when we had the failure. So all the other shots were obviously two-handed with a good grip, which maybe means that maybe I was limp wristing it a little bit. Maybe it just had a bobble. We'll have to see. That's why with guns like this, especially budget guns, I want to do the 1,000 round review because things happen and sometimes you're not sure why and you want to vet them through, you know, hundreds and hundreds of rounds before I give you my personal opinion. That being said, aside from that, considering the fact that we didn't do a break-in period with this and we just shot a little over 150 rounds, and we had the one malfunction in the situation we had it, I'm not going to fault it too much for that. The recoil and pulse isn't bad. It isn't the best I've ever felt, but it certainly isn't bad. The trigger is not great. It's very spongy and the reset is long, slowing down your cadence a great deal. That being said, it's not a competition gun, it's a self-defense gun, and in which case I think it would perform well. You get a good set of features for the gun that people are gonna want out of the box. And if you're just buying one gun for self-defense, concealed carry, you don't wanna spend over 400 bucks, but you wanna get something that'll do the job and looks kind of cool. So far, this seems to be all right. I mean, would I feel unarmed with this? Absolutely not. The accuracy of it was hit or miss for me, and I think that's just because this is the first time I've shot this gun, and I haven't shot a Taurus G series in like a year. So I haven't shot this optic system in like a year either, and it has the V reticle in it, which might have been throwing me off a little bit too. Yep. I was consistently throwing them low, and then when I did find my holds, it was hitting, which means that most likely the mechanical accuracy was there. It's just the interface between my trigger finger and my eye with the optic wasn't vibing. Recoil and pulse was good, like I said. The rate of fire was a little rough just simply because of the trigger reset. The accuracy was good. If this is your only gun and you shoot this all the time, I'm sure you could put a ragged hole at 25 yards with this thing. We were seeing decent accuracy with the Blazer Brass, and we will be doing a full review of this just simply because of the price point this is at. If this continues to perform this way, I think it'd be a pretty good recommendation. That being said, it did have the one bobble, which is a little concerning, but sub $400 guns, you get what you get. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Please help out our Oklahoma shelters, and remember to recycle. I'll check you later.